Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Crypto Insider channel. I am the Crypto Insider recording from Austin, Texas. We finally broken our gray streak, so we have some sun, and the official Crypto Insider mascot, Ziggy the Black Labrador, is getting to enjoy some time outside. He's a weird Labrador, as they are all goofy. He hates rain, he hates water, doesn't want anything to do with it. So he finally gets to go outside and have a little bit of sun today. What else do we got? Here at the Crypto Insider, we don't have any products. Unfortunately, you're not going to get a Crypto Insider placemat, beer koozie, t-shirt, hoodie, toilet paper roll. We do donate to charity for each new subscriber to the channel. If you're new to the channel, we send a small amount of XP for you to at Good XRP. Every time we make a video, we send them a little bit. I think we had 22 subscribers yesterday, so yeah, enough to set off the harp, obviously. Definitely enough to set off the harp. So we sent 11. You know, we're sending about half. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. It's not an exact science here at the Crypto Insider channel. It kind of fluctuates with the price of XRP and how much we have in our bag to donate, but we do send some every day to them for each new subscriber. We have a few articles today, as well as the price of XRP. We always cover the price. We're an XRP-centric channel, but we do talk about other cryptos quite a bit as well. We have two articles. One is XRP building a bridge to Ethereum for decentralized finance. That's going to be interesting. And Brad Garlinghouse telling banks that crypto isn't a bad word. Time for me to have a sip of coffee. Just bear with me.
Mic off. Mic on.
Sorry about that. Don't want to slurp coffee into your ear. Very unprofessional, but you know, we're not professional here. This is a podcast. This is aimless rambling, bloviation, speculation, opinion. You know, I'm not Ted Koppel by any means, or Walter Cronkite. I don't know. He was the big one way back in the 70s. Let's see what we have in our live coin watch. Bitcoin dominance still at 63%. We were slightly under that a few days ago, so it crept up some, but it's kind of holding around 63% over the past couple of days. In the past hour, a lot of the moving averages have turned green for a lot of coins. We have just about everything's up. We haven't made back the loss from those big dips we had over the past week, but we're green. XRP is almost up 1% on the day and 0.5% on the hour. Bitcoin it never did hit that 9,400 mark, and I said that it wouldn't. Haha. Score one price prediction for the Crypto Insider, but it wasn't based on anything. It was just a hunch. I didn't think we would go all the way down to 9,400. We got close. 9,474, I think, is the lowest that it got. But we're still well under the $10,000 mark. As Bitcoin rises, of course, the rest of the alts generally go with it, depending. There are some that have an inverse relationship to Bitcoin, but for the most part, a lot of the ones we cover are dominated by Bitcoin. And so as Bitcoin rises, they rise, and conversely, as Bitcoin falls, they fall. Bitcoin or XRP price is sitting at $27.276 or 27.6 cents, however you want to look at it or say it. Litecoin appears to be the big winner on the 24-hour. It's up almost 7% from this time yesterday. Until you get down to Ethereum Classic, it's up 11.2%. So we do have some positive movement on the charts. I like to just go down. HBAR up 6% since yesterday because it's one of the coins we're keeping an eye on in the back of our minds here. We do like HBAR. Well, we like the potential of HBAR. All right, so just in the past 5 minutes, the moving averages kind of have gone on a downturn here. It looks like for XRP, it's now at 0.275. So there's a little bit of fluctuation. I probably just got a little bit of fluctuation. These can turn on a dime. I could refresh and they could all be green again. So Uh, we're still up 16.33% on 30 days. I'll take 27 cents over 18 or 19 cents, whatever that low was. Let's do this article first. XRP building a bridge to Ethereum for DeFi. Why Ripple is funding a bridge to Ethereum's DeFi market by Adriana Haymaker. Yes, Adriana. Ripple's development arm is bankrolling an initiative to connect XRP to ETH. A bridge between the two would open up DeFi on Ripple and more. Ripple has launched an initiative to build a bridge between XRP and ETH. The project is funded by Ripple's development arm, Spring? I always say X-Spring. Spring, I don't know. An XRP ETH bridge would provide access to smart contracts for DeFi on Ethereum. XRP and ETH, two of the largest cryptos by market cap, could soon be linked and interoperable. An initiative to build a bridge between Ripple and Ethereum launched at ETH Denver last weekend. It was funded by Spring, Ripple's development arm. Warren Paul Anderson, senior product manager at Ripple, explained the reasons behind the initiative in a blog post. Clearly, the huge possibilities offered by Ethereum's lucrative market for DeFi are not lost on Ripple. We think XRP to ETH and ERC20, this is the quote, token bridge is important since XRP is one of the most liquid cryptocurrencies in the world, but doesn't have a compute layer to support complex smart contracts for the growing DeFi market on Ethereum. So, he also says that interoperability can be a solution to tribalism. Building bridges with a permission blockchain won't suit everyone in the Ethereum community, where many prioritize decentralization. However, one school of thought holds that Ripple's ultra-fast transaction speeds would offer the scalability solution Ethereum is desperate for. And if you remember, if you were an early adopter of Ethereum, when that game came out, CryptoKitties, I think I even have a CryptoKitty. I think this little icon up here is something to do with it. I haven't logged into it for years, but I wanted to check it out when it came out. It basically brought Ethereum to a crawl, the network to a crawl, and the fees, I believe, went through the roof. So Ripple can help Ethereum, and Ethereum can help Ripple, and this solution seems to make a lot of sense. Anderson sought to address developers' qualms by his blog, interoperability can be a solution to tribalism. He added that Ethereum's ambition to attract 1 million developers would be enhanced by pooling effort and resources and working together where appropriate. Bridging XRP with ETH is not the extent of Ripple's ambitions since it launched in May. Spring has pumped $500 million in XRP into the industry at large in an effort to boost adoption with interoperability. And it makes sense. You know, if you have a token that works the way that an XRP does and can be a bridge currency, it definitely makes sense to try to be that bridge currency everywhere that you can. And I think that's probably what's on Ripple's roadmap. 1 second. I definitely am interested in this and would like to see it and see if anybody starts offering these DeFi. DeFi, I'm going to guess it's going to be some sort of loans, probably somewhere, or whatever the bank's products get built with it. But I'm interested to see where the developers take it because it looks like there's a lot of potential there with Ethereum's smart contract capabilities and XRP's transaction speeds. I think it's a great idea. Anything that boosts the space, and hopefully it's not one of these projects that just ends up sitting on the shelf and doesn't go anywhere, which is often the case, not only in crypto but in fintech in general. I've been working in the fintech space for 17 years. I can't tell you how many projects I've been on that they decide to rebrand or go a different way. Once you're well into the project, and it just sort of stalls out. And then maybe they'll come back to it later sometimes, and maybe they won't. It's the way of the world. This other article, not by Adriana, but by Adrian Zmudzinski. I, I, I don't know how to say that. I could give 19 different pronunciations of this name, and probably none of them would be quite correct. But anyway, it's from Cointelegraph.com. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse tells banks that crypto is not a bad word. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse's mission is to demolish bankers' fears of cryptocurrencies and get them on board with the new asset class. Not only bankers, but legislators. I'm really interested in that group that they formed with Coinbase. It's like an advisory board to legislators and policymakers, and probably the reason why Ripple has a DC location. So, it's like they have to teach the entire space the benefits and maybe some of the not so benefits of crypto. Everything has pros and cons. But it looks like one of Brad Garlinghouse sees the need for information, good information, and education in the space because they're definitely putting resources and effort into it. During the recent interview with CNN with Julia Chatterley, Garlinghouse explained that once regulators understand you're not circumventing regulatory frameworks, they get very comfortable very quickly. He also said, and this is why I'm covering this article, because I thought this was the most interesting part. Garlinghouse said that someone at the World Economic Forum in Davos told him that crypto is still a bad word here because of this attitude in traditional finance. A big part of his work is explaining to bankers how crypto can solve real-world problems while staying compliant. A lot of what I am doing is meeting with regulators, meeting with very senior people at banks, and explaining to them how crypto can be used. Specifically, XRP can be used to solve a real problem, not to circumvent regulation. Once people understand that, they very quickly become disarmed. It's no longer a bad word. And yeah, I can see that. A lot of these policymakers, regulators, and legislators, crypto is not the main thing they do. You're listening to my video right now, and I'm not the most popular YouTuber, but I'm part of the crypto space. There are 1,000 people doing the same thing that I'm doing, probably. And we're more tuned into it. We're looking at the stories every day. We're looking at the prices every day. We're looking at the different developments that come out on a daily basis. And so for you and me, this stuff is second nature. But for a lot of these legislators, and I'm not picking on them, they don't look at this. They only see traditional mainstream news on this stuff. Iran's using Bitcoin to get past sanctions. Okay, an exchange got hacked and people lost, millions and millions of this cryptocurrency or that cryptocurrency. And so in their mind, when it comes to that sort of news, one gunshot is way louder than 1,000 prayers. And that's an old news adage. Because it's true. The bad news is always so much louder than the good news. That's all that's sticking in some of these legislators and policymakers' minds. So it is definitely a challenge and an uphill battle. I think Brad Garlinghouse sees that, and because, like I said, he's putting a lot of time and effort into sort of changing the narrative around. I think it's great. I like both of those articles that came out today. I consider it good news. Let's see if this positive price momentum builds or at least maintains over the weekend. I'm always worried when I see a 12% run up or a 15% run up because I understand that there's going to be a pullback. These things never shoot up that high without there being some sort of drop. I prefer sort of steady growth, good pace, steady growth, and rather than wild price swings, because you got to wonder, okay, so if the coronavirus causes a 15% price spike due to people fleeing into safe stores of value, their traditional fiat. Well, when the vaccine comes out, then you get a 16% drop, or once it's the challenge has been averted. So beware. And be happy with the high price spikes. It's always cool to see them, but understand there's usually going to be a pullback afterwards, and that happens in every market. That's not just crypto. That's stocks and everything else. Anyway, I'm going to pop up some videos for you to continue your crypto insider journey. Please give us a like, and remember, if you subscribe, we will send some XRP on your behalf to charity. All you have to do to give to charity is click a button. That's it. You don't even got to shell out. Amazing. But anyway, continue along your crypto insider journey as always. If you want to interact or you have comments, you can follow me on Twitter at @CInsider. You can leave comments right in the YouTube video. I will try to get to them as I can. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good weekend, folks, and I'll probably be back tomorrow.